All right, just like the Everyman crossword, I'm playing the Quiptic very late in the week. The new one will come out tonight, but let us see what last week's Quiptic was like, set by Hectons. All right, firstly find uniform, then give it repair for runaway. All right, I'm thinking the first letter of find is an F. Uniform is the NATO phonetic alphabet word for the letter U. So could we have an 8-letter word beginning with FU for runaway? Yes, and then we anagram give it, we repair that, and putting it all together, we get fugitive. All right, Queen has a good rage over misguided leader in a pickle. Well, Queen could be R-E-R. So I'm thinking the definition is pickle. So it's a type of. Oh, I think cucumber is a pickle, is it? Yeah, but I'm not seeing how the word play. I mean, it would end in er. Has a good rage. I am. Yeah, I'm not quite sure of that. So let's try Victory by Germany's A Breeze. Victory is V, right? V for victories. By Germany. Oh no, I think victory is a win, and Germany is D, and a wind is a breeze. Okay, Heard Jagger drinks cocktails. Well, I think it's something to do with Mick Jagger, and Mick plural would be mix. Mix. Heard Jagger drinks. Mix sips, maybe? Mix ups. Could mix ups be cocktails? Yeah, I'm not sure of that. I'll leave it in, but we'll see if 11 across does begin with a U. Okay, crepe tailored. Sounds like we anagram crepe. Around female model is superb. So crepe is 5 letters. What's 2 letters for a female model? Oh, maybe no, female might be F and model can be the Model T. So FT, and it's going to mean superb. Oh, perfect. There we go. Yeah, so actually the crepe is modeled around female, and then finally we have the T for the Model T. All right, I'm going to go back to the acrosses. Pawn taken by you earlier turned game. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 6-letter game, but I've no idea how the wordplay is going to work. Old impressionists not succeeded making a comeback. The first old impressionist I think of is Mike Yarwood. Not succeeded. Yes, maybe without maybe it is an actual Yeah, the funny thing about this though is that I don't think you would describe a painter like Monet as an old impressionist. I mean, there's the old masters, but I think you would just say impressionist. So maybe old is the letter O. Impressionist not succeeded, and then oh, maybe the definition is old. but I'm not thinking of a word ending in D. All right, here's the possible U. International organization has long year tackling China being hostile. Oh, international organization might be UN. Long could be the verb, the verb to long. Year might be Y. And so I think maybe the definition is being hostile. Oh, unfriendly comes to mind. Long year tackling China. Where's the China? I think the Y is the year. Yeah, I don't quite get that. It might be a similar word. All right, about to be contracted with American traveling show. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a traveling show as in a circus. About. Oh, I think about is circa, and we often see either C or CA, but here we're told to contract it and just drop the final letter, so we get circ. American is US, as in an adjective. American president, US president. All right. Injured person, relaxed with telly, drained. Well, a word being drained means removing the inner letters, leaving us TY for telly. Yeah, so I think if you're relaxed, you're casual, but if you add that TY, you're a casualty. Regret, right nipples, last extra, special, piercing. So right, I think, is going to be an R. Nipples, last is an E. Extra, special, piercing. Yeah, I don't know. Other than I think the definition might be regret, beginning with RE, but I don't see it. Passed out studies about women's eggs. Oh, I wonder if it could be a word for passed out. And maybe we have to take a word for studies and put it about maybe W for women's. Eggs could be ova. Is there any word with WOVA in the middle? But that would only give us 3 letters for studies, which doesn't seem right. Passed out could be fainted. Yeah, the only thing is I'm not sure that the definition is passed out is because we have 2 words ending in S's, studies and eggs. So I think this might be a plural type word. All right, enjoys tickling component of game controller. So a component of enjoys tickling. I think that's probably one of the more obvious hidden clues, just as far as you think game controller and you think joystick. And there, right, it is, enjoys tickling. All right, I'm going to go back to the downs. Was brought up. Well, I'm immediately thinking the word was reversed or brought up. Having a tether on. Power tool. Well, I suppose a tether could be a chain with the was reversed chainsaw. Demonstrate heartily, loud as possible, outside prison, outrage. Yeah, I have no idea on that one. Could heartily mean just taking the inner letters of, well, it won't be demonstrate, maybe loud as possible. Oh, loud as possible might be F for forte or FF for fortissimo. Outside prison, there's so many words for prison. And then maybe the definition is outrage. I don't see it. All right, shot French girl during training session. Okay, a shot might be a bullet, maybe. But have French girl during training. Oh, it's not a bullet, it's a pellet. So I suppose a French girl would be L. And that's during PT, physical training session. All right. Now our pawn taken by you earlier turned game. Of course, it could be the game you hunt. No. Okay. Angry person has course stopped by college. Following sign something's wrong. Oh, maybe it is an angry person is the definition. A course might be stopped or have other things put inside it. College, I think, can be C. Yeah, maybe we put a C inside something. And then following signs, something's wrong. What would that be? An alert or... yeah, I don't get it. Religious practice in South Dakota is zealous. Is that a hidden clue? I'm not seeing anything. I mean, with a zealous, we would have ISZ. Doesn't seem likely. Yeah, maybe we put a short word for a religious practice inside SD for South Dakota to get a word for zealous. Don't get it. Tease dull after real bubbly. Tea can be cha or chai. Dull after real. And then bubbly. Is bubbly the definition? Like a personality? Yeah, don't get it. I like the surface of the clue though. Glide quickly has winter sports person securing race. Okay, so I think it's going to mean glide quickly. And I think the winter sports person is going to be a skier. Now the I might be here or here. And it's going to secure, I think the race is the TT races in the Isle of Man. And I think if you skitter across the surface of the ice, for example, you glide quickly. How about love? I think it's going to be that O. Love in tennis is 0. National sport having quiet surge. Is that going to be the definition? I think so. What's a quiet surge? Or just surge, maybe. Oh yeah, quiet might be P. What's a word for surge beginning with O? No. Awful bore traps Australian in pub. No. Bar puts small work area inside. Well, small can be S. I don't know what work area inside. Work we've seen before can be opus or OP. So if we have small and no, actually it's going to be O something P, but then area inside of that, A for area, and that would give us soap, which is a type of bar, I suppose. Not the most obvious bar, but there you go. All right, let's finish the crosses. Writer isn't regularly in cheap restaurant. I'm thinking a bistro because I was thinking of isn't regularly might be either I and N, the odd letters are S and T, and if we put S and T regularly inside a biro, which could be a writer, we get that bistro. Are they cheap restaurants? I think there's probably some expensive bistros, but anyway. Awful bore, I think, must be an anagram of bore, and that's going to trap an Australian, and then that's going to give a pub. Now, what's Australian? AU or OZ? In pub. Now, why am I not seeing that? Is there another two-letter Australian? No, I don't see it. All right, split most of money by family couple. Oh. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know which end is the definition. Split, maybe? Something in two. Most of money. Oh, I wonder if, yeah, family could be kin, and then couple, whoops, could be two. And so I think it might be a word for money that we have most of it. Maybe it's a five-letter word for money. And what is that going to be? Split. Break? Oh, yeah, money can be bread, among many other words. And then most of it is BREA. And then our kin and two. All right. Performance requires soprano with range. Well, I think S is soprano. There is an abbreviation for the four voices: soprano, alto, tenor, bass, SATB. So I think soprano can be simply S. I'm wondering if range could be an aga cooker, but that would give saga. I don't really think a saga is a performance. So what else? Oh, another word for range. Out on the range, within range, a range of products, a line or something. No. Take audible, deep breath, essential to find the inner self. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Promoted, first for, in team, by date applied. Yeah, I wonder if it could be promoted as the definition. First four in team. First four might be A, B, C, D. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I think we've looked at everything once, and I don't have a whole lot to show for it. Yeah, the Quiptic has been very tricky for the last few weeks. Okay, so it's not cucumber. I'm fairly sure about circus, so I think I'm going to look up different kinds of pickle. Of course, it could be what the surface suggests, which is in difficulty, but I think it's going to be a type of a pickle. So let me look that up. Well, a cucumber can be pickled, but yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that word is going to be. Feel like I should be able to get that. The pawn. Oh, pawn, of course, can be hawk. Ah, yes. And that is taken, or I think just positioned by you earlier, is in olden times, you would be ye, Y-E, and that is turned, and that gives you the game of hockey, all right? Demonstrate heartily, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he has some form of scandalous, maybe? Outrage. Ah, I just don't like that scandalous is an adjective and outrage is well, it could be a verb or a noun. Um, how would that even work for the word play? Oh, I think we do have the letters, yeah, of loud as, possible, outside prison. How's demonstrate heartily? Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about this one. Oh, here we do have a W for women's in. Oh, I'm thinking passed out might be swooned. Oh, eggs, I think we have seen before, can be two O's together just because the O's look like eggs. And studied about. Studies are dens, and they go about or turned around. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. It feels like there's a word missing from this clue because the word for studies has to be reversed and then go around women and eggs. Passed out is, I think, is needed. Passed is not enough for swooned. I think it has to be passed out. All right, it'll be interesting to see. I think we will be able to see the 15 squared for the Quiptic. Um, yeah, I'm not really too sure about that. All right, how about my T's? Oh, T, of course, would be Earl Grey. Earl, Grey, I think. Dull is grey. And real bubbly is telling us to anagram real. Oh, this does look like it's saga. How is that performance, though? All right, well, I'm not going to click the check this button. We'll do the check all at the end. This must be my awful bore. I think that must be the R. And I think then the E would come at the end. Oh, no, I think it's a boozer, of course, is a pub. And so Australian is Oz, and then the BOER goes around the outside. All right. This is promoted, I think, first for in team by date applied. Yeah, and when you have a word like that with 4 vowels are the only letters you're going to get, very, very tricky. I think because we have promoted past tense and applied, I think it's a pretty good bet it's going to be an ED. EX, EV. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with that one. All right. Here's our religious practice in South Dakota is zealous. So if that was an S and that was a D, what words come to mind for zealous? Let me pause, sip my coffee, and think about it. All right, I did have to go to wordplays.com. I would not have thought of this as a word for zealous, but spirited. Is that the same as zealous? It's enthusiastic, I suppose. Somebody's spirited, but anyway, and we had the other day this old word that comes up occasionally in the crosswords. For somebody who is pious or religious, they can be pi, P-I. A practice can be a rite. So even though religious practice goes so well together, I think we're actually reading them separately to get pi and rite. And sure enough, they do go inside SD. All right. Here's either an angry person. Oh, cross something. Has course stopped by college following sign something's wrong. Oh, I wonder if could a cross be a sign something's wrong? I think oh yeah, if you get your homework turned back to you and there are little X's, those are the ones you got wrong. Yeah, so I think it is going to be an angry person across something. And so here I think we're going to have after the cross, we're going to have a course stop. So we're going to have another C, I think, stopped by college. Oh, but what's a word for an angry person across? Is there a slang term like a gloomy Gus across Karen, across Carl? I don't know. I think I'm going to have to use word plays again. I think I have seen this word many years ago. I've a funny feeling I saw it in an Enid Blyton book when I would have been very young, 10 maybe. Cross patch. Anyway, the course is your path, and it is stopped or broken by the C for college, and it comes after that cross. Good Lord. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to use wordplays.com for this one since I'm not going to get any more help for it. All right, this is another very fiendish one. A team can be 11. We've seen that before because there are 11 people on a football team. Well, the first 4 in the word 11 are ELEV. And date applied is telling us to anagram the word date. I don't know. Some of the anagram indicators they've been using are very innovative and fresh, I suppose. You can't keep using the same ones. But I'm not sure applied to me suggests anagramming the letters, but it's almost like anything goes. All right, take audible deep breath, essential to find the inner self. So is it going to be the inner self, the ego, or the id, or the soul, the something? Or is it going to be take audible deep breath, inhale, or something? Essential might mean the inner letters of something, but we don't have a C anywhere, so yeah, I don't think it's any kind of anagramming or hidden or inner letters. No, I don't see that. Oh, this is the one I thought might be a surge. Oh, there is an onrush. Yes. So O for love, national can be N. A sport we've seen before, it can be rugby union. And telling someone to be quiet, you might hush them or go shh, SH, and that gives you the surge. All right. Your psyche, of course, could be an audible deep breath, I think, is to sigh. And essential is key, I think. So take audible, I think, is a homophone indicator for sigh and key. Also tricky, but I think gettable. So this one, remorse would be regret. Right, the last letter of nipple. Extra, extra is more, with S for special, piercing it. Okay. Still nothing new on that one. Here's our pickle. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use word plays for this one as well. All right, there's a word that fits, quagmire, which I think is a pickle. I think queen might be Q or QU, although I thought QU was question. A good. I was almost thinking we were going to anagram rage, but over misguided leader. Yeah, I think queen must be QU, has A and good. I think the misguided leader might be an emir, EMIR, and that's misguided or anagrammed. I think that's a very fair anagram indicator. That's how I'm reading it anyway. So I think if this is old, I think aged. Impressionists. Oh, I think it's Degas is the impressionist. Making a comeback, going backwards, but not succeeded, meaning not finishing. Wow, another tough one. I think not quite as tough as the previous 2 weeks, but still. I had to use wordplays.com a few times, which I don't like to do on the Quiptic. Anyway, let's check all. Everything else still seems to be there. Let's head over to 15 Squared and see what they say. All right, the blog, which wasn't tagged with Guardian, so I had to search for it, but it's by Pierre. Says Hecton's one of our long-standing Quiptic setters. Oh, it's a pangram. I didn't notice that. We have all 26 letters. Oh, of course, we had the Q. Where was the X again? Oh, and of course Z in boozer. Yeah, very good. That's always nice when the setter can fit that in. I wish I would have spotted it. Might have helped me. One or two niggles outlined below. But good one for less experienced solvers to get their teeth into. Well, if you're a less experienced solver, then let me know what you think, but I thought it was a little bit too much on the tricky side. Anyway, I think I followed most everything. Friend in un and ly. China for friend as Cockney rhyming slang. Ah, yes, my old mate, my china plate. Long year. Oh, so long can be simply L. I think I probably knew that, but I forgot it. All right, I got my casual telly. Yeah, so here he says about is the reversal indicator, but is also doing double duty as the insertion indicator, which is not ideal. I just love the tone of the blog writers. They are so diplomatic and discreet, but I mean, reading between the lines, you know that they did not like that and they don't approve of it, but simply saying, which is not ideal. So English, I love it. All right, I've got that. Oh yeah, so, but why is performance saga? I still don't get that. So let's see, an M for the, oh, the initial letter of misguided. Oh, nothing to do with the Emir. Okay, in QU for queen, A good, and rage is ire. Okay. The insertion indicator is over. Again, mix-ups, sour mix-ups, cocktails. Don't quite get that. What was the anagram indicator? I didn't. Oh yeah, applied. Pierre doesn't question that. All right, that's fine. And can, central letter of demonstrate, and loud as. But I can't equate outrage and scandalous since they're different parts of speech. Yeah, that's the point I made earlier. So I would agree with that little quibble by Pierre. Stopped by, yeah, I think I got that one. PI, yeah, we have that again. Insertion indicators securing. Yeah, I think I've seen words like insertion indicators like that before, so I didn't have an issue with it. Yeah, I just want to see if anyone questions performance and saga. Oh, yes. So they use the fact that it was a pangram to get mix-ups. There we go. And of course, yeah, you had to go through a lot of meanings of bar. Very tricky. Okay, enough about that. Yeah, Oz refers to Australia, while an Australian is an Aussie. Yeah, I did wonder about that. I think that's a fair thing to question as well. Yeah, so, but again, I'm just very surprised that no one that I can see, I'm scrolling quickly, I know, I hope I'm not making you sick, but no one is questioning saga for performance. Yeah, I just don't get that at all. Anyway, wow, I got to the end of the comments. Before I go, I just want to show one other thing back at the Guardian site. If you are new to cryptic crosswords, then I strongly recommend the Quick Cryptic. I can't believe they're up to number 25 already. It only seems a couple of months since they started it, but it is a smaller puzzle, so fewer clues, and they tell you exactly what tricks they're going to use in this week's Quick Cryptic, not to be confused with the Quiptic. But yeah, if you are a beginner, I really do recommend trying this one. And it just gets you familiar with the different types of clues and tricks that are used. Anyway, thank you as always for watching, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead.